Hey, this is Ricky with Real Talk Chimp, streaming live through YouTube at Real Talk Chimp. That's RealTalkChimp. I'm starting a new project for y'all. It's the Old Town Saloon from Wondyland Book Nook Kit, assemble time of 10 to 12 hours. The difficulty is 5-star rating. This is the hardest puzzle that I have ever created. It has 677 pieces. It has LED lights. Of course, it's DIY. All the information and description is, of course, in the description of the live stream. This will be part 1. Here are required parts, required tools that you will need. In the description is another kit, the basic kit for plastic modeling, wood modeling, etc. You'll need some type of blade, be it an X-Acto blade or scissors. You'll need tweezers for small parts. You'll need 2 AAA batteries for the LED lights. And you'll need some type of filing or sanding rod like so. And you'll need some type of glue. Generally, this type of glue comes with most of these Chinese kits, the B7000, but warning, you must be in a well-ventilated area if you're going to use that type of glue. However, you can use glue like this, which I got at the Dollar Tree. It takes longer to dry, but it is a clear drying glue. Okay, I'm going to do an unboxing for you all as well. So, let me put these little goodies aside here. Comments, questions, suggestions, like, comment, share, and subscribe on the comment section, etc. All the fun goodies like that. All right, we'll start off with an unboxing here. First of all, this thing is extraordinarily heavy. It is the heaviest kit I will have ever done. It says again 10 to 12 hours. This could take me a couple of days. Maybe we can knock it out in 2 days, but we'll kind of see how we go. Now, it's based off of a saloon in Blackwater in Red Dead Redemption 2. So if you've ever been to Blackwater, you'll be reminded as soon as you see this thing. Kind of give you an idea here, sense of what we're going to be doing. In the previous, before I did the last painting, I also built a saloon, but that was based off of the saloon in Tumbleweed. Also in Dead Redemption 2. Okay, so again, we'll be doing an unboxing here. Just had an update for the tablet, so I'm going through that stuff to get the tablet going. All right, so here's the ridiculously giant box here. It's got writing on the back here. It's product name, Old Town Saloon, product type, Book Nook Kit. Number of parts, 677 pieces. Product weight, 1.71 pounds. Product size, 10.24 by 5.12 by 7.87 inches. Assembly time is 10 to 12 hours. Material is wood plus ABS. That would be the plastic. It says age range. I'm not sure what description that means there for age range, but it says 14 plus. And then it has the production address for the company in China. Designed by Wondyland. Maintenance: do not put the product near the fire or immersed in water to avoid damage of parts. Okay, so on this back picture here, it's a little hard to see, kind of fuzzy, but it looks like a rack with a double-barrel shotgun sitting at it with like a poker table. Kind of see that, I guess. Them showing the accessories, some basic accessories. Okay. All right, intelligent features. You're telling me that AI has taken over this entire thing, right? Not AI, this program, I'm just saying, whatever this update was on this tablet, the update came for my PC and my phone and my tablet. So I just want to make sure we got Wi-Fi. We'll head on over to YouTube. on here. YouTube. Go over to the channel. Real Talk Champ. Okay, there we are right there. If you haven't been there before, I'll make sure we've got audio going. I hear audio, so that's good. Let's see, what does that say? Lindsay Carper. Thank you for all the emoticons there. Appreciate it. Thank you for the like. Truly appreciate it. All right. Here we go with the unboxing here. Whoa. All right. Well, right out of the gate here, we have an instruction manual. It tells us DIY wooden book nook, assembly manual, Blackwater. This is a 2-story saloon, as you can see. Okay, but on here it says ages 15 plus. But on the box it says difficulty ages 14 and up. So I'm not sure about what the dealio with that is. Kind of got on the very back here, it's got inside. So I guess you could see it from the back side and the front side. So they give you a full open back, which seems odd to me because why wouldn't there be a back wall on the back of this? Oh, well, anyway. All right, so that's your assembly manual. We'll put that aside for the moment, right over there. All right, oh, we got an accessory pack here. Looks like we've got a lasso or some braided rope. What is that? Is that sticky tape? A very elaborate LED system here. Let's take a look and see what we got in here. We've got, okay, yeah. So this is the clear-sided like Scotch tape that they use to hold wires down and the such. Okay, so that comes with most kits. All right. We've got braided, is it canvas rope. Kind of hard to see, but it looks like it would be like a lasso type of thing. I guess maybe, or maybe it's for picture hanging. It seems awfully short, but all right. Anyway, we'll put that aside for the moment. We've got something else here. What is this? Beer menu. Some type of piece of plastic, ABS plastic. Maybe a part for something. Oh, maybe it's going to be a lighted part. My previous kit didn't have any lights. They were trying to make it 1880 specific. So, all right. So this one comes with, there's something stuck in here. What is this? There's a little ring, a little metal ring. I'm trying to get this thing to focus. Oh, it's gone now. Guess we didn't need that. Comes with its own tweezers. Hot pink. I have black tweezers, but I can certainly use their sassy pink tweezers. Also, they come with one of the frost rods as well. This is the filing. So generally, one side is heavier grit than the other. It feels like the pink is a softer grit, while the blue is a heavier grit. Okay. What else we got in here? We've got a very elaborate LED setup. Oh, look, we got 2 frost rods. Okay, so 2 sanding rods and more of those little rings. One that's currently on the floor below me, and then a bunch of these little rings here. So let's put these gizmos back in here. Okay, put the rope back in here as well. Oh wait, the tape as well. Get that in there. And what I don't use, most of it goes into my little toolbox. So again, we've got a very elaborate, we got a battery box here. I don't see a power switch on it, so it's going to be one of those where it's got to have like a tap light. Yeah, so here's the the tap right here, and then it has pretty good long cable on here. But you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bulbs. Oh, something else just fell off. That did not sound good. I'm not sure what that was. I'll have to go look. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bulbs. What? 8? No, wait. I can't count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 freaking bulbs on this thing? Holy monkey. Hey, Sammy, can you see what fell on the ground down there? Sam? Something fell down there on the ground. Can you find it? Oh, it's gone. Oh, Sammy. I said go and look what's... Okay. All right, well, I don't know. Hopefully it wasn't that important, but it probably was the main linchpin that holds the thing together. All right, so that's the little accessory pack. We'll keep the LEDs out because that's going to be the first thing that we're going to try to make sure it works. All right, it looks like we do get a glue. Here's your B7000 in a pretty good size tube. Same size tube as the last one I got. Previous kits gave me little critters like this. But again, it's basically a super glue, an intense super glue, and you will pass out from the fumes, so be aware. Looks like we got some type of sticker set here, self-adhesive stickers with all kinds of stuff. We got some wanted posters. We got some photographs, and we got some themes, other themes. Okay, so that's your sticker set. I'll put that over there. We got 2 pieces of ABS. We got a 1mm and a 2mm. So I'm going to think that this is a dust cover. Goes on the front or on the back. Remember, you have to peel this paper that's on both sides before you set it. This looks like windows and some other things. Again, you can kind of see the crinkly paper that they put over the top of both sides of the ABS to protect it. You remove that, of course. And the nitty-gritty, holy monkey, that's heavy. Wow. All right, that's an empty box. Wow, this is quite a stack of plates right here. These are the plates that have all the pieces on it. So they are numbered. Yes, okay, so F is on front. Bunch of, right out of the gate, these things right here are lanterns. So a bunch of paper lanterns. So I'm not sure where the light is, but there's a little yellow lab right there. Look at that cutie pie. Can I focus on that at all? Okay. Not sure what the dealio with that is. Little cute lab. But then again, in Red Dead, you do have a lot of critters. Oh, Wyatt Von Drack. Hi. What are you trying to be? What are you trying to build? We're going to be building this Book Nook kit of a Blackwater Saloon in Red Dead Redemption 2. It's an old town saloon, according to this. Featured in Blackwater. If you've obviously played Red Dead Redemption 2, if you haven't, then don't worry about it. But yeah, so it is an open face. You can see through the front and through the back of this saloon. So you're only going to have sides, roof, and a base. And then I'm not sure why they did the cutaway. Maybe it's just so you can see through what goes on inside that saloon there. Okay, so we'll start putting critters away until we need them. So that basically is the unboxing of this DIY wooden book nook from Wondyland in China. Old Town Saloon. Guess we could keep this out. And then we'll take the plates out as we need them. Holy monkey. So you have a plain side and then you have painted or silkscreen side. This thing right here, that's a tool, one of those assembly tools where you pop that out and it's easier to pop these pieces out of the board. Okay, so that is an unboxing of this monstrosity. If you're aware of Real Talk Chimp, and normally don't live stream these types of things on a Saturday night, being Saturday, June 13th, 2026. Generally, I'm playing a video game, but tonight we are building this Blackwater Old Town Saloon, or at least we're going to try to build some of it. So right out of the gate, we got a safety warning. To ensure your safety while assembling, please read this manual before starting. Those of you that are ages 15 and up, I expect you to throw this in the trash immediately and do everything on your own. Nope, don't do that. That's bad. Okay. This product is suitable for individuals aged 15 and above. Children must assemble it under adult supervision. Unauthorized alterations or modifications to you didn't hear that. To this product may void your warranty and affect any related after-sales services. Well, what about a cat walking and stepping on things? I don't know. All right, attention, a whole bunch of blah, blah, blah stuff right there. Here, I'll put the camera right on here, so if you need to pause and read all that, you are more than welcome to. After applying glue, allow the pieces to stand for 2 hours maximum, or for maximum bonding strength. Avoid moving the pieces during this time. To save waiting time, it's recommended to complete the gluing steps first, then proceed with other joint parts. Okay, maintenance. Do not place product near heat sources or in water. Use a clean soft cloth to clean the product. Do not use window cleaner, sprays, solvents, alcohol, ammonia, abrasives, and other chemical blah, blah, blah. There you go. Battery box test. Connect the ports of the LED light set and the touch switch wire to the ports of the battery box as shown, and insert 2 AAA batteries. Press the touch panel to check if all lights are on. Well, that is a very complicated wiring harness right there, but at least it explains and tells you what every single one is. I just have never seen that before in any kit, so that's pretty responsive for this company to put this mess of wiring. So let's try it out. Let's go over to said battery box. All right, you got one of them complicated little child things. I may need an adult. Oh my Lord. All right, let's keep going here and try to open this thing. There we go. Perfect. So you can use whatever AAA batteries you've got on hand. I happen to go to the Dollar Tree and buy a pack of like 12 batteries for $5. So far they've lasted, a couple of days. Not bad. Not a couple of months or years like a Duracell or an Energizer, but inside there, of course, there is a diagram of the direction of how the battery is placed. You have that thing there that goes on the top, and the butt right there that goes on the spring. Okay. So before I put the top on, let's go to oh, that is bright. Okay. That is bright. Let's see if I can get this light. And very sensitive. All right. Oh, there's another one inside there. Hang on a second. Let's try to count how many bulbs are with this kit, as I blind myself every time I touch this freaking thing. Okay. Oh my God, this is a very involved wiring harness. Because I'm not 100% sure on that bulb, but there is a yellow LED in there. So that's a soft light, right? That's for soft lighting. So who knows? Maybe that's behind a sign, or maybe that's in a bedroom or something in the hotel. But looks like we're good. Looks like we've got all lights. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 lights total. Holy moly. That is the first time I've ever seen so many lights in one kit before. Okay. I'll try to get it all unwound if I can. Wow. All right, well, anyway, let's pop the batteries out for now. We know at least it works. The batteries are good. I'm blind at the moment, so... All right. I did that so you didn't have to. Wow, I pressed that thing so many times that it's like somebody stuck a flash from a camera right in my face and just kept flashing the light. So I may be blind for a little while. Okay, I'll just keep that aside over here. Hopefully Sammy won't eat those wires. Oh, Sammy is known for... Well, Sammy's not a baby anymore, so he doesn't really go after wires anymore. You know, I wouldn't hold it. He probably could if he really wanted to. Come up here and chew on these things, but generally, you know, generally baby kitties do that. Baby dogs. Puppies and kittens will chew on wires. Okay, what do we have next here? All right, so we have symbols as well. Assembly sequence number is a number 1 in a red circle. Stick with glue, it's a little glue symbol there. Rotation 90 degrees, that rotation symbol. An assembly direction line, the red dotted line with the red arrow. Direction to stick, blue dotted line with a blue arrow. A solid green line with a green arrow, special instructions. So that's kind of good. All right, so accessories, it says we have 1 battery box. We have an LED set 1. We have a touch switch, tweezers, glue, a sanding stick, adhesive tape, you saw that, copper rings ×8, well, currently ×7 because we lost 1 to the floor. Paper rope, oh, so it's made of paper, okay. 40 centimeters, 0.2 millimeter PVCR was that little plastic set that I showed you. And then we have a 1 millimeter acrylic dust cover, which was that larger piece. Then we had that little plastic thing, 2 millimeter thick acrylic sheet, which was that beer menu. And then we have the self-adhesive sticker, which the plate number or letter would be Q. Okay. This is all part of your tutorial. The wood block list. These are all the plates that are in. It goes from A to P. So you have all the plates, plus that little tool I told you about that's on the F plate. You can pop that out and use that to push the pieces out. We got the G plate, H plate, J, okay. So A through P. Now the interesting thing is the last saloon I built, which was just a couple of days ago, that went from A through I. H-I. So H-J. This is very odd. Okay, so their I plate doesn't have an I listed on it, which is very strange. And their K and N are on the same plate. So I'm not sure what that's all about. H, that, I'm not sure if that J is supposed to be I and that's supposed to be J, K, L, M, N. There's no O, but there's a P. Yeah, I don't understand this. This seems a little complicated here. That doesn't need to be so. Okay. Starting out this kit, we're going to be on page 5 because everything else was introduction, I guess. So page 5, we'll start out and actually build some of this kit for you. Then we'll work on a part 2 another day. So again, Real Talk Chimp, live streaming on YouTube at Real Talk Chimp. That's RealTalkChimp. Live streaming this Old Town Saloon Book Nook kit, wooden puzzle. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. and we'll get down to some shenaniganery. Okay. So what I generally do is, to make my life easier, I put the things that I'm not using back in the box. I take the box and put it off to the side here. You'll still be able to see it in the background there. And as I clear plates, I'll put it back inside. Right out of the gate, there's a thick plastic covering over these plates. So let's see if we can. Remember, a lot of these kits are chimpanzee proof. I will be calling on an adult periodically. And since the only adult that's currently in this house is Sammy, I will be experiencing no help tonight. Okay. So we know the batteries work. I'm going to put the batteries in the box. Everything else off to the side here. I have my little cut. It's called a cut board, a self-healing cut board. So you can make a slice in it and it'll just repair itself. I have this in the description as well. I also use this to protect the surface whenever I'm using glue. Glue's going to drip off. I don't want it to sit on the table or wherever it's going to be, and it'll be impossible to get off. So you can also drop glue on here too, not get yelled at by your mom or whoever's in your house. All right, so right now on top, you have an F plate here. So usually they put plates out of order if that's how they want to build pieces here, and it doesn't look like it on this. So we're going to start off by putting the plates in order. So we have an E and an F. That's a pretty background there for the inside of the saloon. Lovely. An E and F, what on earth is that? That's the inside. You got a fireplace and free and unrestrained. Move forward bravely. Okay. Is that, oh, that's H. We got another one. Drinks and food, band performance, recreational activity, pure bourbon, the flame of the West, special tequila, taste Mexican style. Welcome, cowboys and cowgirls. You go, girl. That's G. H. We have a P. Ugh. We have an N1. N1. Oh, okay, that's N. Hey, a banjo. Anyway, everything's out of order. It is what it is. Let's put things over here. So we're right out of the gate looking for J. There is J. Come on. All right, so we got J. Oh, all right. So it's got the same chemical smell as the previous saloon that I worked on. It suggested, although this kit didn't suggest it, that you leave these plates out for 48 hours to get that chemical smell to go away. But in the previous kit that I built, that smell did not go away. So it's like a combination of a forest fire, pine sol, and cloves. That's what it smells like to me. If there was this, here, can you smell this? Here, smell it. Smell it? Can you smell it? No? Okay. But here, smell my finger. Pull my finger. No? Okay. So it does have a funky odor to it. Now, the last time when I built the other saloon, I was coughing a lot. You guys probably heard me coughing up a storm. So it's because of this freaking chemical on here. All right. So right out of the gate, step one, you want me to do J18 and J21. So first thing we're going to do is go over to F. Let's see if I can find F. And I want to get that little thing to pop out, the doohickers. The doohickers. Whenever I build things like this, I start talking like a southerner. I'm sorry, it happens. All right, this is a B. This is an A. Whew, this stuff is stinky. And then we have a P. Oh, Lord have mercy. G. Okay. E and F, that's what we want. We want the F. So I want to get this little piece right here. This will help us pop out these parts. So for the ones that'll already just fall apart. E, F. There's a C. There's a B. There's a D. There's a C, a B, and an A. All right, we got all plates in order. I have been bitten by a mosquito or something. Son of a mother father. All right, J18 and J21. Here's J18. Two of them, so we're going to be building two different shelves. So we'll pop those out and those out. We'll put them aside. J21 and J6. So here is a J21 with a J6 right above it. So pop out the J6, put him with the 19 and the J21, put him with the J18. All right. So right out of the gate, I look at the orientation of this board here. See how the rectangle is to the right of it. So according to the instructions, that is where we want it to be, to the right. Dude, is that true? It's very hard to tell because you'll see there's a thinner side and a thicker side, and you can certainly get that wrong. That it looks like the thicker side is facing forward. So we'll put this in here. That's the sound you want to hear, that squish sound. So that's what you're looking for. And it'll tell you if it wants the blank side to be up or the painted side to be down. It'll tell you normally in instructions, maybe not this instructions, but normally in instructions it'll tell you which side. Okay, so this one doesn't seem to want to stay. So it looks like we're doing our first gluing here. So let's get a little glue. I'm not going to the other glue right now out of the gate, but for some trickier parts, we'll go with the other glue. Okay. So in step one here, it just shows you how to put these critters in, and then that's the finished product on both of these. So this one where we heard the squish, this one we did not because obviously they made a mistake on their making of this piece here. But we'll put it aside, let it glue, put this critter next to it, okay? We'll move on, let that glue dry. Step two looks like a bunch of shot glasses on a shelf. And it says J8 asterisk 3. Generally the asterisk means it's an and or more. So J8 3. So J8. If you were okay, here's J8. So J8, there you go, there's 3 of them. Uno, dos, tres. So let's pop those little critters out. Put them over here. And J7 times 3 as well. There's J7, and then there's 3 of them. So 1, 2, 3. And they go on the right for some reason of J8. So we'll put the J8s to the left, J7s to the right, and the shelf is J5. So J5. Here's J5. And again, you see it has a thick side and a thin side. So from the other one, we're going to assume that the thin side stays in the back, the thick side stays in the front. But this one doesn't show that. Very confusing. So is that how you want it? Well, according to that, the thin side goes forward. I'm just going to follow what the instructions say. So let's see if we can get these little critters inside here. That one sounded good. That one sounded okay. The worst comes to worst, we take it apart and do it again. Okay. I'll put the other ones here. Let's try using the other phalanges. Sometimes it does help to be ambidextrous, but I have opposable thumbs because I am a human hybrid chimpanzee. Okay, and one more. That was a nice squish. So yeah, you can tell the difference between these shot glasses as there's apparently some kind of coloring on the bottom of these shot glasses on the right compared to the ones on the left. They seem to be seated okay. They look like teeth. We're going to try them on. Okay, they're not teeth. But if you needed a quick thing for Halloween, I would just grab this off the shelf. Put that over there. All right, step 3. We're doing more. So we're going to need J20, A16, A18, and J17 with a J2 shelf. Let's grab our J2 shelf. Oh, hang on a second. Something has fallen and it can't get up. Okay. Looking around to see if I can find that little metal ring that fell down, but I'm not seeing it. Oh well. Sammy will be batting it around the house eventually, I'm sure. Oh, son of a monkey. All right, J20. There is a J20. Right there. Let's put that down there. A J17. Uh-oh. Oh. No. I used the wrong one. Okay, the reason why this one isn't fitting is because I put the wrong one in there. So this is the one we need for this kit, J19. I read it incorrectly, so this goes in here, like so. That's why that didn't fit. All right. Now, the one that I stuck the glue on. All right, so we got these two. And now we need an A16 and an A18. Look at all them guns. Sheesh. Are they going to war? What are we doing? We're looking for A16. All right, there's A16. Can't quite get things to focus tonight. And an A18, so they are right next to each other. Okay. All right, we got these critters. So let's see how well they fit. Oh wait, we need a J2. There is the J2, this big holy looking. You know how to make a holy bartender? Ah, I get it. Holy bartender. No? That was from, oh my God. Really? Really, brain? You're just going to stop on some trivia? You're going to break down right when you're thinking. It's a Kevin Smith movie about the Bible. But Dogma. Thank you. Dogma. That was from Dogma. Holy bartender. All right, so we got a bunch of holes. Got a blank side, a bunch of holes. And it appears to be the way I'm holding it is the correct way, because we have a slot right here that faces to the north, okay? So we're going to put that there. And then we're going to take this critter here, and we're going to place it back here. That was good. And then this critter here, back here on that slot. And then we're going to take A16, which is like one of these steins. It looks like a stein, right? I'm sorry, I don't know why my phone is keep going out of focus. Sorry about that, but all right, so this one goes, this one looks a little tricky. Where do you want this one to go? It shows it in this slot here. Okay. And this one here. That slot and this one here. Again, sorry for the out of focus. There we go. So you see it in that slot for those critters, and that slot for those critters. The stein goes there, and then the jug, or not jug, but whatever you call that, decanter? No, I don't know. Vase? That thing goes there. But you got a bunch of other slots here, so maybe other stuff will go there. Okay, we'll put that aside. All right, so step 4, you want us to build something. Okay, step 4 is going to require us to actually build probably the back of the bar. So we got to take that piece that we saw out of the accessory pack. So let's grab all the things that we made. Let's put those aside. Oh, accessory pack's over here. I'm a nerd. All right, so we need this little plastic piece that we saw over here. That thing. Put accessories right there. Okay, what else do we need? We need A1 times 2. So we need A1 times 2. Here are 2 A1s. And what else? That's it. Now we have to combine them all together. So this goes on the bottom. And this goes where? Okay, right here. Okay. And this. Oh, it's colored on both sides, so that's good. Just can't quite go wrong with that one, other than the angle of this particular slot needs to face a certain way. So we need to make sure we're facing the correct way here. So let's, so they want it to go at this angle because they want the sign to be slightly at an angle facing downward. So So this here, see how it sits at an angle. Okay. We need to put the shot glasses on this slot here, like so. Okay, and this is where it gets a little tricky here. Okay, I have it facing the wrong way, so let's turn it around. Oh, I may need an adult. Okay. Pressing everything together here. Doesn't feel very good. I don't like that. Okay, so then you want this on the left side, this on the right side. So here. Okay. So on the left side here. Okay. Since this is not cooperating, I mean, I have it completely together. That's not the problem. It's the sign and the two sides here don't want to cooperate. So it's kind of throwing everything off a little bit. I don't know why it doesn't want to stay together like that, but if you could read this beer menu, I can't. You know what? Maybe let's try this. Holy moly. That is some small writing. Can you read it? I can't read it. Maybe you got better and young eyes. But all right, so that's the first thing we've completed. That's pretty cool, right? Okay, we'll set that aside. Okay. Oh, now we got more parts to it, so we're not done yet. We need two A4s. Okay, so we'll go over here. We have two A4s right here, right here. This long piece right here. This one, also A4, right here. Stinky. All right, so let's figure this one out. They got to face this direction. So that can't be right, is it? That doesn't seem right at all. There we go. Huh. Is that even the right, correct side? I guess so. Really? All right. Needs to go in there. Got it, coach. So I guess it does fit better together now that you have these two sides pressing on it. So it's not going to be as wonky. It's not lining up with this. See how this is kind of raised up here? But maybe something else will go on here to seal it all. It can't stand up because of the pegs right there. Okay. Yeah, there is. Okay, so this is going to be a full cabinet right here. Okay. So there's a back to the cabinet, a top to the cabinet, and a front plate for the cabinet. So we want J12, which is this piece here. I have a hole right there, which means there's probably going to be a light coming through there. Okay, so we have a J12. Hole goes at the top, apparently. Cut it! I could probably play for the Dodgers, but I'd make them lose, and that wouldn't be good. Well, good for you if you don't like the Dodgers, I guess, right? Okay. I guess it just sits. Doesn't really have any place to connect, so I guess it just sits in that slot right there. You know, this thing looks like it's probably where it's based off of. So you remember those old computer desks, and they always had a hole for your wires and stuff on the back. Granted, this saloon looks a little bit more modern than the saloon that I built for Tumbleweed. This one looks like a later 1890s, maybe early 1900s type saloon, but you never know. This one didn't really tell us, whereas the other one specifically said it was built in 1880. This one could have been 1860s. Not a lot of change. Saloons still look the same. If you got a saloon in your town, it's been around since the 1880s. All right, what did I say? We need a J4. A J4. Here's a J4. This has no marking on it at all. So looks like it's going to face this way. So it'll give the back something to hang on to. So now it has the slot here and the slot here for this back to hopefully hang on to here. Yep, there we go. Perfect. This probably will go high enough to the ceiling that you won't see this, but at least you still got the edge on the front. Come on, focus. All right, so now we need J3, which is right here. This really cool sort of filigree on the front of whatever these things are here. Okay, so this goes on the front. Is there no... Is there any type of direction I have to follow? No? I guess whatever works. All right, so here we go. So we got the slots on the side for the pegs. Okay. That was easy enough. Okay. Still have a gap up here. I suppose I could probably put a little glue and then just try to force this to stay, because there's nowhere for it to actually snap down. But if I let go, then you got that gap right there. It's just a little warped. You have to remember, these kits aren't based in America, they're based in China. So whatever shipping container that they come in to come over to the United States, this took about 2 weeks to come to me. So you figure the travel, it could have been in whatever condition. A lot of these parts have a tendency of warping. So be aware of it. When you have filament issues on these kits, generally it's a warping issue that happens in transit. Now, these companies do say, and I put it in the description, if you have any problems with any parts, you break any parts, parts come broken or warped, you can write the company a letter, tell them what part it is, take a picture or whatever. You know, send them an email, unless you still do snail mail, I don't know. But yeah, we've completed this entire piece on step 6 here. It shows it complete here. So here it is. And looking at the hole is in direct line for that plastic menu, that silk screened menu. So there's a chance that there's going to be a light highlighting behind there, considering it's pretty good size clear plastic. So it may highlight that whole piece there. That'll be kind of cool. Those are what you see in the Saint Denis bars mostly, because the Saint Denis bars have more money, right? But, you know, hey, Blackwater does have some money flowing through it, so that's entirely possible that they've got better lighting systems. All right, so here we are. We'll continue on. This was page 5. We completed step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4, so that thing says it's that piece, that menu was a 2 millimeter thick acrylic sheet. Step 5, putting the sides on, and then completing that. And then step 6 was putting the top, the back, and that little front piece to make the main unit. Very cool. All right, we're not done yet. Apparently we got some areas that we need to glue, indicated by the glue symbol there. So for step 7, you got to let me know if this is focused for you all. Can you see it as focused? Because my eyes are really wonky tonight and I can't really tell if my screen's focusing. All right, need J1. Here is J1. And J1 needs to go on top of this thing, which looks like these are the slots up here. These are the pegs here. It does not say to use the blank side. So it's a little tricky. Little tricky. Very delicate. Okay, put that on the top there. Then we need J23 times 12. J23 times 2. Need a new brain. Here's J23 times 2. One on the left. One on the right. Then it requires J24 times 2, which is right here. This one looks really delicate, so I'd be careful. Don't break, please don't break. Thank you. Okay. Let's try to figure this out, how they want this. So this is going to require glue. Okay, so you want me to put the plate with the curved side down on the opening here with this little grate, I guess you call that, or whatever, that little thing with the slots in it right below it. Okay, so let's get this critter out. Remember to be in a well-ventilated area. So we're going to drop some glue here. Okay. This one has to go right below it. Oh, that's a little way too much glue. Let's get our little paper towel here so in case it drips out. That's not working. Let's grab our tweezers. Try to place this. Not sure if that's correct. Is that correct? That top piece does not look right. There's nowhere to really put it because of that slot right there. So maybe it goes right below it. It does. It goes below it. Okay. Let's start over. So I tried to put it on top, but it actually sits below. Like so. Very strange, but okay. Let's try the same thing with this one. What's crazy about this glue, being that it's crazy glue, is it has little, glue lines coming down, kind of like spider webs, which is kind of cool, I guess. This one's fitting a little bit wonky. Sorry if it's out of frame for a little bit. The camera sits right in my face to get that first person for you. So sometimes I gotta jiggle this around a little bit. There we go. There we go. Okay. There we go. A little tricky, but okay. Okay, this thing's gonna require more glue. This thing is really leaking. Come on, bro. I'm gonna use one of my other B7000s. That one's being poopy. All right, so now we gotta glue another piece, couple of pieces here, it looks like. Those were those pieces. This instruction manual on my phone don't want to cooperate, but I don't even know if you can even see that, what I just put together here. Trying desperately to get this to focus. It's not going to do it. Okay, so now we're going to do this right here, which is J9 and two J22s. J9. Here we go. It's this filigree top right here. Be careful that you don't break these center pieces here. I'll put that there. And two J22s, which are these columns. Okay, let's figure out how we do this. So this is going to require glue. This is going to require gluing this piece to the top up here to cover over this mark. So let's grab the B7000 here. Oh, that one's not opened. So let's find a different B7000. Got this one here. Decoration for the top of the bar, and to cover up that unsightly mark right there. And then these little critters, they run along the brown here. So let's get our glue. Let's run a bead of glue straight down this board, one straight down this board. Okay. Connect at least a little bit. This one not cooperating. Not sure why. Yep, not the best in the world, but hey, never said I was a pro. Okay, we've made it to our first hour. Look at that. Ricky with Real Talk Chimp. Live streaming on YouTube at Real Talk Chimp. That's RealTalkChimp. We're working on this Old Town Saloon from Blackwater in Red Dead Redemption 2, made by a company called Wondyland out of China. It's a 2-story saloon, hotels, casino, and it's open on the front and the back. It is an item number somewhere. Let's see. I bought it off Amazon. It's got 677 pieces, so it's a huge kit. Doesn't have the item number on here. Weird. Huh. Well, I have the item number in the description that I got off the website, but everything, all the information that you need, everything that I use tool-wise is all in the description as well, plus some information on how saloons came about. That's also in the instruction. I always add a little history to all my critters. All right, so we did this right here, which was that. Then we did this right here, which was that. And now we're going to do this right here, with adding all those little drinks onto this critter. So let's, don't believe we need the glue right now, so we'll cover up the glue so it doesn't dry out. Okay. We'll put this little critter right here. So now we need, we need D, C, B, A. Wow, you want us to go all over the place with this. Okay, so no more J. I'll put J aside. So we need A34. Here is A34. It looks like a coffee pot. Put A34 there. Well, A5, which is right here. It looks like one of those brass cups. Right there. Now we're done with A. So I'm going to keep A off to the right so it's closer. And then we need a B5 times 2. Here's a B5 times 2, 2 shot glasses filled with something. I'll put the B5 right here. We're done with the B, and now we need C. So we need C39 times 2. C39. There's 3 of them. So maybe there's one extra in case you lose one or you break one. So there's C39 down yonder. So let's use our little tool and grab 2 of them. And any more C? Yeah, we need C46 times 3, which are these green looking testicle things. No, what are they? What are these? Like pears? Are they pears? Are they bottles? They're bottles, I guess, of something. So we need 3 of them. We need 3 of them. Okay. 3 of those. That was C, and now we need D. And we need D28 times 2. There's 3 of them here as well. D28, so we'll get 2 of these. Okay. Oh. All right, now before I build all this, I need to go use the restroom. So I'm going to put this here. In case you see the ghost walk by, it's not me. I will be right back. gather up all your friends and family and get them to get on over to Real Talk Gym. Hi, Sammy. Down here. Oh, found it. Found it. Son of a mother, father. Oh, dirty, rotten, stinking, no good. Got it. Ugh. Back inside the accessory bag. Okay. All right, so the little ring that fell on the ground, I found it. A little thing right there. I'm gonna put that back in the accessory bag. If my fingers will work. Now there's 8. Okay. All right, so we got a bunch of drinks to put on this thing here. So let's take a look. We got these. These are 28. So where do you want me to put them? They want me to put them right here. Oh, this is going to be tricky. This guy here has to go here. Nice squish. And this guy here needs to go here. Like you do. So 834 was the coffee pot. That needs to go right here. It has to go at an angle, so it has to go. That is two-sided, which is good, so. All right, let's try to reverse it because it doesn't seem to want to go in. It's just I have giant hands trying to manipulate this little part. There we go. Like so. A5, which is not one of these, so let's put these over here, these over here. So A5, these are this. Here is A5, the little brass coffee cup right there. It's got to go right there. Again, this one goes at a weird angle. Oh, son of a mother father. And this one I think I'm going to have to use try our best to grab it. Nope. That's not going to work. We're just going to have to manhandle it and hope we can get it in there. If we cannot, because our hands are way too big for the thing, I'm going to chop off the peg and just glue the base onto it. That's only, like I said, because I have big giant chimpanzee hands and this is way too small for me to try to do. Nope. All right, so do not try this at home. I am not a professional. Gone. Okay. I chopped off the peg. You don't have to do that if you've got hands that work. Mine are slightly broken. I am now going to glue this piece here. Oh, Lord. All right. Give the illusion that it's there. Okay. Next, the little testicles need to go in here. And they stagger in those 3 slots. Oh, boy. Okay, clearly that one does not want to go there. So let's spin it around. Let's try a different one. This thing really don't want to go in. I'm about to crawl into a corner in the fetal position and start crying. No, don't break. This part does not, refuses 100% to go. So we're going to do what we can do. We're going to file it down. There's just no way around it. Right now. There we go. Much better when you file it down, okay? Now the two shot glasses need to go right into those two slots. I'm going to put the back one in first if I can. I guess I'm not going to then. How about this one? That one went in. A little bit of a struggle. We got those two, and then the last two are C39. And they go right here. But when it goes in that slot right there, I don't know. Don't know what goes in those slots over there. Don't know. All right. That one was a nice squishy sound. Oh, let's take that off because clearly it's just going to keep falling off every time I press. There you go. Except for the one that I had to glue down over there. It's kind of a bummer. Okay. So that was this step 9 here. Those were all the drinks and things I did my best, and there you have them, all displayed out. So now we're going to move down here, and we're going to build another type of bar on step 10, and then add the drinks on step 11. So we can put this whole thing aside, I believe, let it dry. So let's put it over here next to Rooster Cogburn. Cover up our glue so it doesn't dry out. Oh my Lord. It's like trying to sheath a samurai sword. Another reason why I use this, just the clear Elmer's glue. There's not so much drama in the LBC. Okay. Place that stuff aside, get some agua. So if you're watching the live stream, if you don't mind hitting that chat and let me know who you are. What you got going on for this Saturday night. Or maybe you're watching this live stream back as an archived video on YouTube. You can answer my question. All right, we're looking for J29. J29. Bingo! There's J29. Where are you? J29, right here. Here's J. J29 is this funky looking L shape. Okay. It would appear it goes in that shape. We need a J31, which is right next to it. So it's a top and bottom. So J31 is on the bottom, J29 is on top. So that's how we'll keep the orientation right here. Top and bottom. And then we need A's. We need A's. So we need A13 which is right here. And we need to put A13 right here. Then we need an A15, which is right here. A15, which goes right in there. And then we need an A11, which is that right there. Oh, this one is one of those accordion pieces. So you can rotate it and start, make it move like that. Ooh, ooh. It goes right there. And then we need an A12, which is right here. We're going to be making some elaborate dollhouse furniture. Then we need an A14, which is right here. End piece. Okay, let's get cracker-lacking here. All right, we're going to splay this all out like so. Like so. We'll start off with A13, which goes, you got that peg there and that slot there. That squishes on there pretty good. Okay, then we need an A15, which is this critter right here. This looks a little trickier here. Where'd you go? You got a lot of slots there. Oh boy. If you can see that, I'm going to need the magnifying glass. I cannot. Wow, that really didn't help. This is going to be difficult, and this is probably going to take a few turns trying to figure this one out. Does it go in there, or does it go in there? Well, it clearly doesn't go in there unless it goes that way. But that don't look right. I guess it is the only way that it's going to go. Okay, so then the 11, oh boy, has multiple. So it goes, so we have 4 slots here. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, which we have on here as well, but it doesn't look right at all. But we're going to try it. Nope. You're going to be a pain in my serious ass. Let's put it down. We have to keep it curved in order to get it to try to cooperate. Okay, so note to self, put it down, face it down, and curve it in the air so that you can align it with said critter. So far that's what we got. Okay, so now we have this critter. Let's see which way this guy goes. Okay, this goes on the outside, so like so. See how there's an outer piece here? Ooh, just busted some of that piece off. See if there's a thicker side that goes towards this one here, and then that outer post goes this way, and then the last piece, which also has that same sort of shape. So let's put this down and make sure we get this in correctly. Or not. Sometimes if it doesn't fit on one side, flip it around. Okay, so there we go. It doesn't look right to me. So let's Trying to figure this out. Let's see. That does not look right at all. That's the illusion that you're trying to get. You've got me confused. Okay. Well, all right. So now let's try to figure this out. It's going to have to go this way. I don't see any other option. Curved one is the only one that does not want to go in. Oh, there we go. Some pressure. Under pressure. All right. So, unfortunately, we had to put that blank side down. It wouldn't have worked any other way. But I guess that's what we're supposed to be going for. These pegs, which went all the way through this piece, are the ones that will be connecting to the ground when we end up doing the floor. So you always have to have pegs to be able to connect it to the floor, unless you're gluing it straight down, of course. Okay, so I believe that's it. Looks sassy in there. Okay. So now we're going to put a bunch of drinks on top. This is what we just did. Connected all these pieces here to make that. But now on step 11, we're going to add all these things here. Okay, so now we're looking for B4. B4, you sank my battleship. Before you slip into unconsciousness, I'd like to have another kiss. B4, which is right here. Okay, a little drink with some drinkiness in it. Okay, we'll take B4 and put it into the first slot, which is right here. Right there. Some of the silk screening is coming off. That's a shame. Okay, over to, oh, no, son of a mother father. Where did you go? I see ya. Can't take me anywhere, I swear to God. You cannot take me anywhere. Okay. Okay. What did I need? I don't know. I need C39. C39. You sank my battleship. C39, which is right here. And that goes in that little hole right there. Those are the squishy sounds you want to hear. So you got an open, obviously it's not open, the cap's on it, but there is liquor poured inside of it. Okay. So that was C39. You need B13 times 2. B13 times 2. Okay, you got a bunch of B13s here, so you only need 2 of them. Okay, and those kind of go side by side into those 2 holes there. Like so. And then a cup or glass B2. B2, which is right here. A little shot glass filled. Nope, nope, nope. Don't fall out. Okay. That one sits, of course, right in front of it in that open slot. Again, going to be kind of tricky for big chimpanzee hands, but it's squished in, so it sounds good. Okay, and then we're looking for, we did that, we're looking for B13 times 3, which were the last 3 of the B13 here. So 1, 2, and 3. They all go to these first 3 slots here. There's one perfectly squishy sound. Shots fired outside. Although we're fresh into June here, so July's not that far away, and we got 2 slots left. That's for C46 times 2. Those pear testicle looking things. C46 times 2. They look like a pear to me, but they're some type of bottles. I don't drink alcohol, so I don't know what those are. Okay. They go into those last 2 slots there. Apparently not that way. Okay, we're going to have to do some filing again. These guys refuse to go in there. Try it again. All right, let's flip it around. Guess it's that way. Let's see if this guy will go in. If not, we'll file this guy down as well. Nope. Okay. I appreciate the likes. Thank you. I wouldn't mind some communication now. Wow, this one is really tricky. Not very well. I used all my might to get those in there. That was really stupid. It seemed like it should have been much easier. That is the completed. You've got the drink. Let's see if we can get this thing to focus. There's no way to focus. I can't get it to focus. Fuck it. All right. So like I said, we built it in step 10. And then in step 11, we added all these little booze containers and shot glasses. So that was step 10 there. Whew. All right, I'm gonna put it aside for the moment. So far we've built two things, a full back bar here, which was very pretty. Required a lot of pieces for this one. And then this cute little bar. All right, we're gonna move on to page 7. Looks like we're gonna build some kegs. Step 12. So we're going to be using a sticker as well. So, and it's going to require glue. So we need to go back to J. So we'll take A, B, and C and put it aside. Go back and grab our J. Remember to like, if you like this type of content, share at Real Talk Champ with your friends and family. Comment even on the live stream or on the archive stream. And of course, smash that subscribe button for Real Talk Champ because we're trying to get to 5,000 subscribers before the end of 2026. All right, so we're looking for J26. J26. Right. So J26 times 2, yes. Here's J26 times 2. This will be the left and right side of a keg. We'll lay them out like that. Lay them out like that. I'm laying them down because the blank side will be facing each other so that you'll see the outside, which is painted. We need a J14, which is right here. Looks like an inner spool. Where did I? It's right there. Like an inner spool. Okay. So we're going to do this here. That's the sound you want to hear. Either a clicking sound or a squish sound is the proper sound for these kits. That was good too. So there you go. A little tap right there. Okay, so we put that down. The next phase is going to require us to wrap Q12. So Q is our sticker set. Let's go over Q. This is page Q. And we're looking for Q12, which is right here. So this is going to be a self-adhesive sticker. Okay. And it tells us to wrap it around, but it requires us to glue it down as well. That's interesting. Okay, so they want this top part, that little red thing that you see right there, Jameson, to be on top. So first, let's try to find top and bottom here. It seems odd, is it? If it's a sticker, self-adhesive, why do I have to glue it? some of this clear glue in here. We left it open so it got a little crusties. Okay. Of course, it does not want to stay. Would you want to stay? Would you want to namaste? Not going to cooperate at all. That's lovely. Let's just let it settle on top there before I try to go around. Let's give that a moment, because it doesn't even want to cooperate at all. So how's your weekend going? Lovely, great, awesome. Well, that's sad to hear. It's the illusion of someone talking to me. But it's the story of my life. Nobody talks to me. Why should you? When you go see a comedian doing stand-up, audience participation sometimes is a must. I'm doing sit-down comedy. This makes me want to build something like this. Thing is ridiculous. They want me to put a sticker around this, but on the inside. So they want me to stick it together first. But if I stick it together first, I'm never going to be able to get the thing on there. So I got to bust the parts out. Try this. Really stupid is what it is. Really very, very stupid. It's supposed to be self-adhesive, but it will not stick to itself. Awesome. Let's try this again. It's not going to work. Nope. I think we're going to throw this part out in the trash. We're going to have to just do a scratch built type of thing, I think, because this thing doesn't want to work. So we're going to do what we do best and do it in parts. Do not try this at home. I am not a professional. Stop bending. I think we're voided the warranty already. I'm fine with it looking like it's squashed. There's saloon fights all the time. At least they are in the movies. Somebody got thrown into this barrel. I'm fine with that. So they tell you this is self-adhesive. It's not. I'm just going to set it aside and just let it glue temporarily, and then I'm going to smash it into bits. That's this effing part right here, step 12. Rat paste. Rat shit is what it is. Oh, you want me to put that on the bar? It ain't going to happen. That ain't going on the bar. Let's see what we can do here. What can we do? What can we do? What do we have that we can use? I'm going to put the phone down for a second here and look in my drawers. Look in my drawers and see if I can find something I can put inside that thing to make it look round. That's too wide. If I had a thimble, it would be perfect. Oh, that might work. That might work. So I found a little spray bottle top. This may work. Don't cross your fingers and toes just yet. So I found a little spray bottle top. What if we stuck that inside there? I think that would work. Let's see. It's a little bit longer. It's a little bit longer. So maybe we do this. When in doubt, improvise. Maybe we do this. Picking pieces off the floor, unfortunately. It smells lovely. This is how we improvise, folks. When in doubt, make your own part. Seems unnecessary that I got to go through all this, right? But at the same time, makes me feel a little bit more productive that I got to make my own stuff for this freaking kit. Of course, that piece doesn't fit. Why am I keep trying it and it doesn't fit in there? All right, that's fine. right, so we need part J16. Which is right here. We have to glue this down. Right here. Looks like black olives and some steak or something and some tortillas. And we need J33 sit on top of J15. So J33 is this handgun right here. To sit on top of J15, which is right here. It's like a wad of cash. That's what it looks like. Looks like a wad of cash in a billfold. Okay, so we're going to take this. You didn't hear that? And we're going to put it right here. Just drop it right there. And then we're going to drop another thing of glue. And then we're going to drop this handgun right on top of that. Like so. Not sure if you can see that. Okay. And then they want me to put that keg over here as well, gluing that down, but this keg is a disaster. Not holding itself together very well. So let's try something here. Not cooperating at all. I can't find that plastic piece on the ground. Okay, so I'm going to stop it here as it's getting kind of late, and I'll pick it back up on Monday. So we're basically at step 13. With some severe modification, I made the keg work, but I need to let it dry on there in order for it to cooperate. Then I'll probably go back with a little bit of tape or something. But, you know, it is a wonky kit. It is warped. There are problems, but I think it'll end up being quite a challenging. It is a difficulty 5 stars, which means it is very, extremely challenging. So my name is Ricky. I'm live streaming on YouTube at Real Talk Chimp. That's RealTalkChimp. I am building the 3D wooden Book Nook kit from Wondyland, Old Town Saloon, based off of the Blackwater Saloon in Red Dead Redemption 2. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace and chicken grease, everyone. Have a good weekend.